All right, yo, it's almost 7 in the morning, but I want to break down this dope video I did of Daramola. He's one of the top producers in the world, in my opinion. We went to Mexico City, and I filmed behind the scenes for dope music video. Him and Rawayana, one of the biggest Venezuelan artists right now. All right, so let's break down this video.
Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? You know that I'm completo.
You gotta have the vocals.
I can't hang on rather than a big man.
All right, so the narration obviously is going to create that foundation. It's going to create the foundation of the video. I speak about that a lot because when you hear someone else speak, that's the fastest way to connect.
Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? You know that I'm completo. I can't hang on rather than a big man.
One thing I always like to do is capture the natural ambiance of the location that I'm in. All right, so let's break down the sound design used in this behind the scenes cinematic mini doc promo video trailer, essentially you could say. I want you to feel like you're there. So
big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? You know that I'm completo. I can't hang on rather than a big man.
You hear that? But what I also like to do is add in my own vibe. So right here, I add in the sound of a plane. So it sounds like this. I also added in the sound of them walking. The more you can bring your audience in, the more they're gonna feel like they're there, which is gonna create emotion. That's what you want, is you want emotion. He's flipping through his passport. You know, just a little camera click just to add a little pop to it. I started the video with this watch, the shot of the watch. And it's a rack focus. So you see his right wrist to his left wrist. Boom, boom, rack focus. And I think it draws the audience in. It's not the typical first shot you'll see in a video. Usually it's a drone showing the location. So I think having the watch is kind of like, okay, maybe it brings some curiosity. But what he's saying, if you listen to what he says right after.
You know what time it is? You know what time it is?
He says, you know what time it is. So I was like, all right, bet that's perfect. Right after the watch. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's kind of cool. I'm like, okay, what could I create like suspense, like anticipation? So I found a ticking sound from a clock. Create suspense and anticipation. That and a riser. And also this. Another type of a riser. That's one, and this is the other one. And then it ends on a hit.
Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? You know that I'm up.
So then I also have this here. If you notice the motion blur transition right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10 frames, but it's so fast. And it moves from left to right. And the shot of Daramola is moving from left to right. See that? Boom. So then when you add the sound to it, now when you listen to it all together.
Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? You know that I'm up.
So it's the tension is increasing. And you feel the suspense, the anticipation, and then the hit creates that release. It kind of brings the energy up. The energy's going up, and then it gets brought back down. And I add in another wave right here. I had to jump cut because I cut out what they were saying in between that moment. So to make it feel better, I added this flash. It's all about balance. You gotta know when to use something and when not to use something.
I can't hang on, brother, that big movie.
So you hear the plane coming in. You hear that? That leads you into the next scene.
It's 2026. I'm here in Mexico City to shoot my music video with one of the biggest Latin bands out right now.
So when he says one of the biggest Latin bands out right now, we cut to more of a slow-mo moment, and I use this like a crowd cheering. One of the biggest Latin bands in the world, so obviously there's no one cheering in a car or right here on set, but it just gives that feeling of like, yo, this dude, he's big. But what I also do is I add in the sound of the car. So the sound of the car fades in before you see it slightly.
Atlanta. The tacos are fire, the energy is up, and Mexico City is a whole vibe.
The sound of the taco spot, the ambiance of the restaurant. People cooking, chopping up stuff on the grill. So this is very important right here, this drink. So look at this shot with just the ambiance of the restaurant. It looks cool, but everyone knows what it sounds like when a soda is fizzing to the top. So what I did was I added that to it. It's the little things. So now with the ambiance of the restaurant, feels like a movie. Then once again we have this little motion blur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 frames. And that sounds like when I revealed Daramola and Ivan from behind the wall. I'm doing a slow motion push pan shot right here. The timing could be a little better on this shot. Like the peak of if it's right here, I could probably move it back a little bit. So it's like the drink is filling. Here, look, with the sound effect on. You could go on forever with this shit. And then the motion blur. Bass hits as well right here just to give feel that space, that feeling. Notice how it's not random, like the sound hits as soon as, boom, the drink is revealed. Boom. And then again, right during the transition. Now we're in a new location, Sony Studio. Here, let's listen to everything. This is just sound effects, the sound of the environment of the location, transitional, like the whooshes, the hits, the risers, okay?
Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby. You know, Daramola con Beto, you know. I can't hang on, brother, that big movie.
It's 2026. I'm here in Mexico City to shoot my music video with one of the biggest Latin bands out right now, LA. The tacos are fire, the energy is up, and Mexico City is a whole vibe. 10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming. But here we are.
If you just had it like that, it's dope. But I wanted to add, it creates more emotion, like just a cinematic, airy ambiance, an atmosphere. There's a lot of different types of atmosphere sounds, but this atmosphere specifically is emotional. It feels motivating because this is a positive video. I don't want it to be too like dark and moody, but when I heard this, I was like, okay, it still gives that like emotional feeling, but it's positive, it's uplifting. So then when you hear everything together with that sound,
one of the biggest Latin bands out right now, LA. The tacos are fire, the energy is up, and Mexico City is a whole vibe. 10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming.
So this next part coming up, I just felt like this part, it just needed some pop to it, and this was a good way to introduce and show what's to come. Boom. I reveal these different frames. And here's the cool thing about this clip. The subject, Daramola, is in the middle of the frame. His head is almost in the dead center of the frame, maybe a little above the exact center. Composition wise, it works if I make a grid like boom, 3x3. First frame, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I use this click sound effect as well. Like, it's not the greatest, but it works. But then I also added this stutter, so it's like a so look. And then I also added, all right, so look. Another airy, atmospheric sound, texture. You know, that tail is like where it fades off into the distance. I also added another riser. Quick riser though, like a I also added, I think this is an important moment. Like this shot right here is important. And I like it. So I want to bring a lot of attention to it. And notice it's Dara and Beto, Dara on set, another angle. Dara and Beto, close up of the watch, which we already saw. The shot of him walking actually, which I could probably change this one right here. Him on set behind the scenes, him playing chess. Boom. Simple. Okay. So I have the vocal timed out, so it's like
City is a whole vibe. 10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming.
Here's the thing with storytelling is like he says 10-year-old Daramola. 10-year-old Daramola.
10-year-old Daramola.
And we show this shot of a poster of him in Sony studio. And then we also have this to release that tension.
But here we are. But here we are.
Let's listen to it all together.
10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming. But here we are.
Let's add this back.
But here we are. But here we are.
So we let this play out for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 seconds in establishing of other shots that we will see. Sometimes if you just download something cinematic while you're editing, it'll help you feel the vibe of what you're editing. So like mentioned 10-year-old Daramola would have never.
10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming.
10-year-old Daramola would have never seen this coming. So then.
But here we are.
Here we are.
Mike.
What he's saying now was a vocal that I grabbed from when we were filming, and I thought, okay, this is something that I feel like could fill this space.
My goal is, okay, how can I be in service where, what else can I do with my time with the people I've been called to work? My goal is, okay.
So he's with Beto. He's introducing where we're at, Mexico City, the tacos, the vibe, that he never thought he would be in this position when he was 10 years old. And his goal now is he's realizing like, yo, like, this is what I do. I'm in service. But it's a dope way to look at it and a dope way to say it.
My goal is, okay, how can I be in service where, what else can I do with my time with the people I've been called to work with?
This vocal soundbite was captured because I just set the camera up on the tripod, put the mic in the middle of the room, and we had a conversation for like 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, this could be a dope little moment that I use for the video. And of course, a great moment came from it. I should have been recording sooner because he was dropping some gems, but I was like, all right, this can work for sure.
My goal is, okay, how can I be?
From this, I transition, motion blur, look. This first shot of him, I whipped the camera in so I can cut on that movement. See?
My goal is, okay, my goal.
Always cut on movement.
My goal is, okay.
You feel me?
My goal is, okay, how can I be in service where, what else can I do with my time with the people I've been called to work with?
I also added this sound actually. Like an old static sound of a cassette player. Now what he's saying is dope, but what I did was I added a little reverb on it to make it feel a little airy and spacey, like we're inside of his head, but a little further away, almost like a little echo-ish vibe to it. All the shots that I'm showing, I'm just combining. You see he's in the studio, establishing shot, close-up shot, show of motion, close-up shot, again on the macro lens, 100mm macro lens of FL Studio, of the timeline. But notice how it's not just any shot. The timeline's getting minimized. Movement, you see? Close-up, movement, static. But he's moving his head, so it's like, okay, it still has some action to it. Static, but it's a really wide shot showing, you know, technical equipment in the studio, which is interesting. Close-up shot, static, but the light is flickering. 1, 2, and then we cut on movement again, see? He presses the button, and as soon as he presses the button, we hit riser to a hit. Without the riser, it doesn't have the same effect, but it still pops. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you want to have that wave, like a boom, you know? Increase energy, decrease energy. So with everything.
Time with the people I've been called to work with.
So now, the location sound of the ambience once again fades in. Let's start from here.
My goal is, okay, how can I be in service where, what else can I do with my time with the people I've been called to work with?
This isn't going to be the final title graphic, but it's going to be used as a placeholder for now. What I do is I fade out. This is very important too, is when you're introducing a new location, it's okay to take things away. So like here, you could cut abrupt. Let's see how it sounds if we just cut abruptly.
With my time with the people I've been called to work with.
It's still kind of cool.
With my time with the people I've been called to work with.
But I feel like it's too abrupt, you know, transition to it, more flow.
The people have been called to work with.
So once again, very important, the sound of the location. So this part is really important because before I introduce the new location and Daramola walking into the car, you hear the sound of where he's at. So it gives you that feeling like, okay, we're outside somewhere. The vibe is changing. Boom. We cut from, I mean, this was all one shot, and I ran around the other side of the car to get the other shot. So walking to the car, boom, cut, use the flash transition, closer up to him. Other side. Now this shot was important because it's, you know, these aren't that interesting. He's walking into the car. But this next shot, I'm pulling back quickly as he's getting into the car. So it's timed perfectly. 1, 2. It's not even 2 seconds, but it's important. As he's sitting down, the camera's also moving at the same pace as him. And then we go to a motion blur transition to him in the car moving. If you notice, look at the window. The trees behind him, boom, 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 they're moving. So it's movement, movement, movement. We're on our way to the location. Of course, I used a whoosh. And then we also have let's listen to it with everything.
Yes.
So we're 48 seconds into the video. Like, it's not too fast, but it's not too slow. I feel like it has a good pace to it. And I still haven't introduced any of the actual song of the music video, which you don't have to do, but I thought it would be good to use the instrumental at least. So this part of the song I like as a way to introduce because it has almost a riser to it. Hear that? So I start the track as soon as the car is moving because we're on the way to the location, but I have it lined up with the riser, or not the riser, the whoosh. So look. Boom. The beat hits right here. Now we can speed up and just show quick clips that flow together of the vibes on set. Now let me show you how it sounds without the song at all, so you can see what I added to it.
Yes.
Yeah, it has the same atmosphere.
Same
like,
feel,
So watching this back now, I'm already seeing what needs to be added, where I could take some things away. But it still has like some pop to it before we add any type of music. This shot right here I thought was dope. These are actually 2 different shots. You hear that rumble in the back? That it's a behind the scenes video, so you want to show not just the action, but the vocals, the conversation a little bit. So this video is not finished, but I figured I would break down what I've done so far. So this part is actually important too, because I feel like it gives you a break, time to kind of reset. He doesn't say anything, but I thought this was a cool, just little whistle and like little pop, you know? And I bring the song back as well right here. Take the song away and then bring it back. The song gets brought back with the riser timed. So as the song is coming back, the whoosh. See? Boom, vibes.
Big movie, baby. Amazing, bro. I love this song. You know what time it is, baby? That I'm con Beto, I can't hang on rather than a big movie.
It's 2026. I'm here in Mexico City to shoot my music video with one of the biggest Latin bands out right now, Eliana. The tacos are fire, the energy is up, and Mexico City is a whole vibe. 10-year-old Daramora would have never seen these coming. But here we are.
My goal is, okay, how can I be in service where, what else can I do with my time with the people I've been called to work with?